Wondering how you can use Instagram stories for real estate? I can help. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart, and it's episode 99 of the Get Social Smart show, and today we're going to talk about how to effectively use Instagram stories for real estate. So Instagram is blowing up. It is growing by leaps and bounds, and Instagram stories is a great way to market your listings, but also really kind of give a sneak peek into who you are behind the scenes, the real deal, and really kind of let people into what it is that makes you you.
I'm real. I'm a real boy!
So what I love about Instagram stories, it's a great way to give people a sneak peek behind the curtain, so to speak. So you still got your regular Instagram news feed with your photos, your 1-minute videos. You might even be doing some content over on IGTV. Maybe you're doing Instagram Live. And that's all well and good, but your Instagram stories is, like I said, it's the behind the scenes. It's like the story behind the story. So we're seeing a lot of agents and brokers use Instagram stories as they're out and about. You know, maybe a few weeks before a listing, they're giving a little bit of a sneak peek as they're meeting with their stager or their photographer, or as they're in their car, parked, not moving, parked, but in between appointments, they're sharing tips and takeaways. You know, one of the things I like to do in my Instagram stories is if I have kind of an aha moment, maybe I talk to a client or I see a conversation on social media and I think to myself, gosh, that could be something great to share on Instagram stories. I might do a quick Instagram story, something like, you know, hey everybody, you know, one of my clients just asked me a question about X, Y, and Z, and this is how I think about it. So Instagram stories is kind of a great way to share information, to share valuable tips and tools, but again, to kind of just take people behind the scenes, because I think especially when it comes to real estate, sometimes we just see, you know, all the glamorous stuff that tends to happen like over on HGTV, and we don't necessarily see the real deal.
So we closed on the house 3 weeks ago.
The asking price was $390,000, and we wound up paying $9 billion plus closing costs.
And I think for a lot of us, we don't always want to open that kimono. We don't really want to kind of share that sort of behind the scenes. We like kind of the perfectly filtered, edited version of our life. But I can tell you from personal experience that by kind of letting people in, Brene Brown talks a lot about the art of vulnerability. And there's something really powerful when you put yourself out there in that you know, slightly vulnerable state and show people really how hard you work and how much you love what you do, how hard you work for your family as well as professionally. It can make a really, really big difference. So a couple quick tips and tools for creating great Instagram stories content. First of all, use some of the features that Instagram already provides for you. And I love using things like the location feature. So if you're trying to promote yourself in a specific local area, you don't have to necessarily put the location of the exact house that you're at, but you could put in the location of the city or the neighborhood. And that will help expand the reach of your Instagram stories beyond people who just are following you. But the location feature will also help you get found by more and more people. For example, we just had our Napa Mastermind, our Get Social Smart Napa Mastermind. And so we were geotagging the specific resort, but we were also geotagging Napa in general. So people could see, hey, we are not just at this resort, but we're in beautiful Napa. So adding the geolocation makes a big difference. I also love using GIFs. GIFs are really, really fun. And what I love about that in Instagram stories is you can actually search. So if you're searching for an arrow or a smiley face or, you know, any kind of sort of fun thing, I might search for something, you know, where people are excited or whatever it might be. And by adding that into your Instagram stories, it adds that layer of fun. It also, you know, helps really kind of keep people engaged. Movement creates action, and you want people kind of tapping through your Instagram stories to see what's next, right? It's kind of like our favorite show. We want to know what's next. What's the next episode? Same thing with a great book, right? Why do we continue reading when we should have gone to bed an hour ago? Because we want to know what's next, right? What's next in the story. So adding your location can be key. Adding GIFs can also be key, and then just kind of having fun. I like to use the little pencil feature, and if you want to, you know, doodle on something or draw something or use different text, use different emojis, tell that story, I think is key. I would also say when you're doing any kind of video on Instagram stories, remember a lot of people are not actually turning the sound on because maybe they're in a place where they can't really listen to sound. So if you're sharing something important, use the text feature to actually write out on the bottom of your Instagram stories what it is that you're talking about. So again, it doesn't have to just be all about listings. In fact, I think the best Instagram stories are not necessarily about listings. It's the in-between moments as you're meeting up to work with a client or a buyer, or you're at your favorite coffee shop, or you're at your favorite local boutique, or you're out and about with your kids or your family. So again, kind of showing your whole life, not just your life as a realtor, which I think is really, really key. The other tip I'll give you when it comes to Instagram stories is point people back to your bio. So point people back to your link. If you want to share your latest listing, or you want to share your latest blog post or your latest video, you could do an Instagram story about that. And one of the tools we love to use within our Instagram stories is a tool called Linktree. Linktree, and we'll just put it down here on the video so you can see what that's all about. There's a free version, there's also a paid version, but Linktree allows you to add multiple links into your one live link that Instagram gives you on your Instagram bio. And so for us, when we put out our weekly video, we've got a little 1-minute version of that video that goes in our news feed, but my Instagram stories is usually something like, hey guys, our latest video just came out, click the link in my bio to watch the full video. Right now, of course, if you have more than 10,000 followers, you can also add that swipe up feature, and you can say just swipe up to watch as well, which is really fun. So again, have fun, get creative, take people behind the scenes. I always like to say, look at your life as content. It's episode 71 of the Get Social Smart Show, and today I'm sharing with you 3 smart social media strategies for real estate professionals. Tip number 1. Look at your life as content. So as you're out and about, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, give people a little bit of a sneak peek behind the scenes. And the big why, if you're wondering why this is important, is because real estate's a relationship business. People will do business with you because of your experience and your expertise, but they connect with you because you're a mom and I'm a mom, or you love a great glass of wine and I love a great glass of wine, or you love sports and I love sports, right? We connect over these things that are personal. And in this day and age, with the ridiculous amount of noise and marketing that's out there, people do business with people, right? Not logos. So the way you can connect with people is by using a tool like Instagram Stories, which is growing by leaps and bounds. On a side note, did you know you can also do ads within Instagram Stories? We'll probably do another video about that at some point. But yeah, you can do ads right within Instagram Stories. You can create those in Facebook's Ad Manager. And those are also a great piece of real estate. No pun intended.
Good one.
All right, as always, I would love to hear from you. Are you using Instagram Stories in your business? Yes or no? Put them in the comments below. If you have any other questions about Instagram or social media in general, put those in the comments below. And if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell button as well to be notified when we have new episodes. We have new episodes that come out each and every week, and you want to be in the know to always get the latest scoop of what's happening when it comes to social media. For additional tips, tools, and strategies when it comes to social media, please visit us over at katielance.com. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.